Hello everyone, welcome to 3D Street and this side Adya, and today I'm back with some interesting topic of class 11th, that is hydrocarbons. One of the big chapters from class 11th, and also the series which I'm gonna started for class 11th, basically 12th also. So जिनका भी class 11th में backlogs था about the chapter hydrocarbon और जितने भी chemistry के chapters हैं 11th and physics, right, we'll be covering it day by day. And today I'm going to talk you about hydrocarbons. This is going to be for 2025 as well as 2026. And 11th starting student can also watch this particular chapter. It will be beneficial for them. And who have backlogs in 11th, they can also watch it for their basic understanding. So without further ado, let's understand this particular chapter, hydrocarbons. So beginning of this chapter, what we are going to have in this particular chapter? Compound made with hydro plus carbons. Means hydro means hydrogen. So compound जो कि आपकी hydrogen and carbon से मिलकर बने हुए हैं, उनकी study I'm going to talk you about in this particular chapter. So what is the first topic that I'll be talking it in this particular chapter? We'll be having, according to our NCERT, first reaction that is in this particular chapter, that is your Wurth reaction. Then moving ahead, we will be understanding about Fittig reaction, Ullmann reaction, Franklin reaction, Paul-Bees reaction, and reagent we'll be talking about. So each and every step by step we are going to cover it. This is I am introducing it कि ये first video आपका होने वाला है. Clear? So before understanding of your Wurth reaction, the basic topic that needs to be recorded by all of us is what is free radicals. What we understand by free radical? ये term basically आपके reactions में बहुत oftenly used होगा. So what does actually mean? Let me tell you. Free radicals are the compound, or I can say is molecular compounds, not totally filled, half filled, half filled atomic orbital है जिनका, जिन molecules का वहां पर this particular theory works. ठीक है? Let me take an example. जैसे कि आपके पास कोई भी molecule है, I can say it X, okay? And I want this is as a half filled radical. इसके atomic orbital में half filled इसका जो electron है वो half filled है, full filled नहीं है. I'm repeating it once. And you have another molecule, let's say X dash, and it's also a half filled and in the form of free radicals. Now I wanted it to add them both and get a result. What the result I'm gonna get it? These two radicals want themselves to be, they wanted to fill their orbit. So what they will say, why not? And they will be forming a new bonded pair. I hope this is clear. So there in our class 11th, there are basically two types of free radicals. First is your combination. Second is your dehydrogenation, and third is your rearrangement. But in 11th, we'll be studying and focusing upon combination and dehydrogenation, not on rearrangement. That is in 12th. Okay? So this particular example is of your combination free radical. Okay? Now let's talk it about your second type, that is your dehydrogenation. So here, let me take it as a compound. कौन सा compound ले सकते हैं? Let us take C with all sided of CH3 with a free radical upon it. And same molecule, again I'm going to take it for an example for understanding dehydrogenation free radical. I'm going to add it again with. Now I want it to both of them to attach with each other. Now in this case, what will happen is this particular second compound will say, I have my hydrogen with me. I can rewrite my compound as CH2 bond with H. Now here's what happens is this particular bond will break. H will take its own electron as a free radical and H2 will take its back what? Free radical. You have seen दो atoms मिलके अपने free radicals को combine करके एक new bonded pair बना लेते हैं. So can I break again two अलग अलग kind of free radicals? Why not? We'll be having the same thing. Now adding of both of them we are gonna have is यहाँ पे क्या होगा आपका फ्री रेडिकल एज अ सी है और यहाँ पे H आपका फ्री रेडिकल है. इट विल जंप एंड गो एंड ज्वाइन विद C, creating CH3, CH3, CH3 with this side of your H. Now here's what another compound I get is C bond, C radical, CH3, CH3 and CH2 with a free radical. Now will the both radical will combine making a bond? Why not? So as a full result what we get is H, I'm going to write it upside. What the result I get is HC, CH3, CH3, CH3 plus C double bonded CH2, CH3, CH3. So this process is called your dehydrogenation and this process is called combining of free radicals together forming a bond pair is known your combination free radicals. I hope this is clear to every one of you. Now let's move ahead to the topic of Wurtz reaction. You may pause this again and just take a screenshot or write it in a notebook. Okay, now move ahead and understand your first topic, that is your Wurtz reaction. See, according to your NCERT, you can read the definition and understand कि भाई यहाँ पे we're going to talk you about metals such as your sodium metal and many such metals are there, but most important is gonna be here is sodium. Sodium का play most probable होने वाला है यहाँ पे. So Wurtz reaction में I'm gonna discuss it कि क्या होता है ये, ठीक है? So let's begin it. Taking a reaction, any such reaction I could take it. Like I'm gonna take it any alkyl group with your halogens such as your chlorine, bromine, iodine, fluorine. Now I wanted to say is Wurtz reaction में आपका fluorine does not work. Okay, I'm gonna erase it till iodine. Okay, I'm gonna add on this particular reaction sodium metal. And I want a result जो हमारी NCERT कहती है that R itself creates a bond forming of R bond R. Now ये कैसे हुआ and how I can believe on NCERT कि on putting of a sodium metal on the reaction of any alkyl group to the halogen, this particular alkyl 2 times form हो जाता है. So let me tell you this particular mechanism. Everyone please look at the board very carefully because यहाँ से आपका जो importance है of your 11th hydrocarbon start होता है. Okay, let us take the example again. Firstly क्या हुआ आपका R bond R with Na. तो Na मैंने इस particular reaction में मैंने Na put किया. Now what happened is Na itself have an electron. Now this electron will come and jump on the bonded pair of R bond X and will break the bond, and we all know R comprises of delta plus and X comprises of delta minus. Now from here what get is Na plus. Now Na plus want कि कोई मेरे पास negative charge आ जाए जिसके साथ मैं एक pair बना लूँ. Now here's what happen is sodium itself a positive charge and we all know कि unlike charges attract each other. Now here's unlike charges you clearly see by your eye, that is your delta minus X. We're going to call it X common with the Na and forming of NaX minus plus R dot. ओके आर पे फ्री रेडिकल आ जाएगा एंड आई टोल्ड यू क्यों आएगा. बॉन्ड ब्रेक हुआ है, एक्स के पास उसका एक फ्री रेडिकल, आर के पास उसका एक फ्री रेडिकल. एक्स ने एन के साथ बॉन्ड बना लिया बट आर इज रिलीज. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंड इट दिस आर विल से आई आल्सो वांट टू बी react with something start to say there is nothing left, not a single kind of Na or X is left. So how I can just make it my possibilities to be cleared. तो क्या होगा, Ra डॉट अपने कंपाउंड के साथ ही रिएक्ट करके क्या बना लेगा, R bond R. Okay, so what we get as a result in this particular reaction, R bond X, with the putting of Na we get R bond R along with NaX. I hope this particular Wurtz reaction is crystal clear to you. Again, few points regarding Wurtz reaction is CH4 से हम कोई भी reaction इसमें नहीं करा सकते. And also यहाँ पे important है, you are taking whether even or odd number of alkyl groups, the result will come as a even. जैसे कि आप 1 लेंगे तो आपका 2 बनेगा, 2 you're gonna get it's 4, 5 you're gonna get it's 10. डबल हो रही है चीजें, you can say is R से डबल R, 2 times of double R gonna 4 times of double R. So चीजें डबल हो रही हैं, even ले और ले doesn't matter. What matter is कि आपका रिजल्ट जो है वो even में आ रहा है. Clear? I hope आपको Wurtz reaction एकदम clear है. Now we are moving ahead with another kind of reaction that is known as, I'm not going to tell now. So you can focus it कि what happened it, यहाँ पे we were taking R along with halogen, adding on Na. Now I want is कि R की जगह पे I want any kind of aromatic compound such as your benzene, and आपको पता है यहाँ पे I'm gonna add is phenyl. So I want कि भाई Wurtz भाई साहब, you just told me कि कैसे on putting Na you will get R bonded R base. But I want from you to tell me कि भाई on adding of aromatic compound along with halogen and adding on Na on them, sodium on them, what the result occurs. So the words think कि भाई what I'm gonna do right now, I don't have any kind of answer regarding this. So what will happen is now here comes your phytic reaction. Okay, now phytic reaction says that this reaction will head, but one thing is missing over here. If you know the answer, you can do write in the comment below. And yes, the missing is delta, which is known your heat. I'll be providing a heat to the Na on putting on this particular reaction, and we will be getting pH bonded pH along with NaX. Similar reaction as Wurtz reaction will happen. Similar mechanism will be played here, but the thing is यहाँ पे मैंने provide किया heat. Clear? Similar Wurtz reaction में आपका जो Wurtz reaction था उसी की photocopy यहाँ पे हुई है. Clear? And Fittek has done the photocopy, and also some other people called as Alleman reaction, and your Franklin reaction does the photocopy of Wurtz reaction. What Alleman does is taking off pH along with X on putting with Cu delta and getting off pH. Similar thing, Franklin reaction में क्या हुआ? R with X on not adding with sodium metal, I'm gonna put as zinc along with heat. I'm gonna get is R bond R. So these are the few reactions directly attached to Wurtz reaction. Okay. Now I wanted to tell you कि phytic reaction और Wurtz reaction में इतना सा difference है. Little bit difference क्या है? Only of this particular heat providing. तो can I talk you about कि Wurtz और phytic अगर एक साथ बैठ के बात करें कि let us talk about, I just does this particular reaction, you on adding with heat gives that particular reaction as aromatic compounds. तो क्या हम दोनों साथ में बैठ के कुछ नई चीज नहीं बना सकते, right? Similar thing is हुआ. तो what happened is, let me tell you. I hope you all are understanding this particular things. हुआ क्या, आपकी जो Wurtz reaction है वो क्या है everyone? R with any alkyl group with any halogen and adding with Na gonna give you R bond R. Phytic reaction is your any aromatic compound with halogen on adding with Na and heat gonna give you pH. So what they said, let us make together both of the reaction. We are gonna take the reaction part of both of the reaction, that is R bond with X plus pH bond with X, and on adding of Na according to Wurtz reaction, and on adding of Na along with delta according to Fittig reaction, what we are going to get. Here look very carefully, दोनों के दोनों bond break होंगे कि नहीं होंगे everyone? होंगे oftenly, and here we will get R dot pH dot, that means here radicals. Okay, so what happened, it कुछ हुआ होगा कि R, you can look at R ने directly pH के साथ एक bond बना लिया होगा, और जैसा कि Fittig Wurtz में होता था, R अपने साथ ही combine कर जाता था, या फिर जैसा कि Fittig में हुआ था, pH अपने के साथ combine कर गया होगा. Now here the three particular compounds along with NaX form हुआ. Now you will ask me यहाँ पे measure क्या है? Measure आपका RPH है, ठीक है. Reaction में basically हम लिख देते हैं RPH along with NaX, hiding of RR and pH, but ये भी form होते हैं. I hope Wurtz, so this particular reaction is called your Wurtz plus Fittig reaction. I hope this simple thing is crystal clear to you, and if you have any kind of doubt, you can write in the comment below, right? Now let's move ahead, understanding of few more new things. Now, NCERT, we will be dealing with Grignard reagent. What is Grignard reagent? Let me tell you. Taking any such reaction, that like your alkyl group along with halogen, on adding with Mg at the presence of dry ether, we are gonna get is R along with X along with Mg along with X. So how this reaction actually occurred, on putting Grignard reagent, that is your Mg along with dry ether, that is your, how the mechanism work of this, let me tell you. R along with X gonna give you Mg dry ether. Now Mg just throw its electrons. Mg provides 2 electrons. Throw it electrons on R bond, that is your X, R bond X. Both the bond will break, having an R dot R. Here R will come as a negative plus Mg with the charge plus 2 plus X with a minus sign, and the three will combine, forming of R, Mg and X. So this is the whole mechanism of Grignard reagent. Only this much is needed for understanding of Grignard reagent. Now move ahead. Now we are going to have reaction with metal and acid. We'll be understanding reaction with metals and acids. Now let's take again any reaction, that is your R along with X, and here I'm gonna add as any kind of metal, took it as zinc, along with your acid could be your HCl. Now this reaction gives you R with your H. Now how this reaction occurs, we'll be understanding this. First of all, R along with your X react with Zn. Zn itself has 2 electrons, will come and react on this particular bond, breaking this bond as negative, negative, R negative, but again take place as with HCl. HCl have delta plus, H have delta plus, Cl has delta minus. Now this particular your H will react with R minus and creating of R bond H. I hope this particular mechanism of reaction with metal and acid is clear to you. We can have few examples also. You can look at over here. Taking of R along with X in the presence of CuLi along with your H plus, we get it R H similar reaction. We can have another example, R2X along with your, I can have this again Zn along with H2O. We can have it R bond, R2 bond H2. I hope the simple reaction is crystal clear to every one of you. So let's move ahead and understand a few more topics, and that is one of my favorite and most important from the chapter hydrocarbon. That is your it's not ball-based, it's coal-based electrolysis. We'll be understanding coal-based electrolysis in few words today. So let me tell you an example. Like, okay, I have a scale with me. I'm gonna draw a important diagram regarding this. Okay, so this is the diagram. Now these are the rods, which we often called it as cathode, and this is your anode. We all know that cathode itself is a negative and anode itself is positive. Okay, let's take any reaction as an example. I'm taking it R with COOH, adding on NaOH, making it aqueous for understanding coal-based electrolysis. Gonna add it and get a reaction. R, this particular bond will break and give us our COO Na plus COO minus, forming of H2O. I was saying I want the reaction in aqueous, H2O get, and the reaction along with H2O is your R bonded with COO minus Na plus. Okay, so I'm gonna have the aqueous, these rods in the aqueous solution of H2O plus your R. I'm gonna erase it this particular water so you can clearly see H2O along with your R COO minus Na plus. Okay, so what will happen in both the cases, at anode, at cathode? So let's first of all talk to you about anode. What is the story happening at anode? Okay, so here's anode itself a positive, so he will want that any negative needs to come with him. Now here's the negative part is R along with C double bonded O minus. Now here what happened is this will react with your, let me tell you, this particular reaction will lose electron. At anode you are required to know that anode पे आपका जो electron है वो lose होता है, and that loosed electron will go and jump to the cathode on adding of that particular electron with the cathode. So here's on adding of losing of electrons with this, we are gonna get is R bonded was C double bonded O minus, and this bond will break. Why break? क्योंकि कुछ निकलता आपको यहाँ से दिख रहा है CO2. Okay, so forming of R, breaking of bond will result in having the radicals on it. We are gonna get is R radical along with CO2 gas. So this is the first case that we will be taking at anode. Talking about cathode. Cathode पे क्या story हो रही है everyone? Cathode itself is a negative charge. Na wants to attract an electron, not Na wants to lose an electron, not gain an electron. So for that here aqueous solution HO minus delta plus delta minus will act on cathode on having a electron. I said cathode पे electron की gaining होती है. Now here's what happened at H bond with OH, H with along with delta plus, OH along with delta minus will again break the bond, and here's what happened is you will get a H2 gas released along with OH radical. Now here's H2 कैसे आया, you will ask me. Here the bond will break, H will radical, OH with minus OH with radical is here. H with radical will itself go and react with itself forming H2. Now OH dot wants कि कोई मेरे साथ react कर ले. Now here Na is positive, so the reaction will head and go as H2, gas plus NaOH. Now again, what is left is here R dot. Now R dot I want the reaction with myself because nothing is left जिसके साथ मैं reaction कर सकूं, and I'll be forming R bond R. That is again your ethane gas. So in the coal-based electrolysis, the three basic things occur is the three gases which goes as CO2 released हुई आपकी, इथेन रिलीज हुई आपकी, H2 गैस रिलीज हुई आपकी, और आपका यहाँ पे साथ बना है NaOH. So this is the most important thing of coal-based electrolysis. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Now moving ahead to more of a topic of catalytic hydrogenation. Okay, so let's talk about catalytic hydrogenation. Okay, catalytic hydrogenation. Now let's talk about catalytic hydrogenation. Now let's take again any kind of reaction. Let's take, okay, I just took it ethene. Okay, now I want adding of H2 with it, I'm getting as CH3 bond with CH3. I want this bond to be breaked and making ethane to ethane. So you all know, for working of ethene along with ethane, you need a catalyst. You need a surface just where this particular reaction occurs. Because H2 gas उस surface पे आपके जिस surface पे you can have it कि ये आपका एक 3D surface है जहाँ पे आपका इथीन रखा हुआ है, उस पे I will just give you a hydrogen gas, जिससे वो हाइड्रोजन गैस उस पर्टिकुलर सरफेस पे जहाँ पे उस सरफेस पे स्पोर्स होंगे, जिस स्पोर्स में आपकी हाइड्रोजन गैस फिल हो जाएगी, और जो स्पोर्स है वो हाइड्रोजन गैस को अट्रैक्ट करेंगे ऑन ब्रेकिंग ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर बॉन्ड, द फर्स्ट बॉन्ड, एंड मेकिंग ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर बॉन्ड विद द हाइड्रोजन मॉलिक्यूल्स. ठीक है, अब कैटलिस्ट यहाँ पे नीडेड होगी. कैटलिस्ट को हम सरफेस कहते हैं, तो एनी कैटलिस्ट इज नीडेड हियर. Catalyst is needed here. Now here's what the catalyst we are going to take it according to ncert, that is your NiPT PD. इन तीनों में से कोई भी catalyst ले, this particular reaction will occur. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Taking on the example of this particular कि ये कैसे हुआ, let me tell you. C double bonded C with this. What will happen it on putting any catalyst, like let us take Ni with H2. What क्या हुआ होगा, यहाँ पे आपके C bonded पे C and C bond with C. आपका इसमें से जो एक बॉन्ड है, दो डबल बॉन्ड थी ना, उसमें से एक बॉन्ड है, वो बॉन्ड आपका ब्रेक होना स्टार्ट हो जाएगा, और यहाँ पे आपके H2 है, H2 मॉलिक्यूल का जो बॉन्ड है वो भी ब्रेक होना स्टार्ट हो जाएगा ऑन पुटिंग एट एनी कैटलिस्ट सरफेस, और आपका जो CH का बॉन्ड है वो फॉर्म्ड होना स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. आई एम राइटिंग इट फॉर योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. ये बॉन्ड ब्रेक होना स्टार्ट होंगे, ये बॉन्ड फॉर्म्ड होना स्टार्ट होंगे, जिससे हमें मिलेगा C बॉन्ड H बॉन्ड H, C बॉन्ड H, and your particular ethane will be formed. You can clearly look कि particular reaction कैसे हुई. I hope this is clear to you. Now let's move ahead. Okay, I hope this is clear to you, and we'll be covering more over in upcoming videos, and till that, if you have liked my content and explanation, do subscribe my channel, also press the bell icon, and share this video. If you have any doubt regarding your study preparation for JEE 11th 12th, you can do write in the comment below. Thank you.